Ashley Allemeyer here. I am placed at Inglemoor High School in Kenmore, Washington. Currently, I am in the PE Health Department, and in September, I will add in library media. My current mentor teacher only uses technology for quizzes and tests. Prior to the pandemic, everything that he did was on paper, and he had kind of a hard time switching over. But during the pandemic, he had to make everything digital, so when he turned all of his quizzes and tests digital, he realized that it was much easier and more efficient to do all of his assessments that way, so he's kept that. Post-pandemic, I would say that most of the teachers in the school, they've increased their technology usage. However, a lot of the senior teachers who already had curriculum and assignments and assessments and projects done in paper felt much more comfortable moving back to that, even though during the pandemic, because all of our students had one-to-one devices, everything was digital, and the entire classroom and its curriculum moved online. So pre-pandemic, a few teachers were using technology as a resource. During the pandemic, everything was digital. And then post-pandemic, I would say senior teachers are probably the only teachers who have stopped using the digital resources that they created and found during the pandemic. 2, the biggest struggle that I hear about, especially when I was a paraeducator, is behavior. All of the schools in our district lowered expectations of students in the name of equity, and students have had a really hard time coming back up to the level of expectation that happened prior to the pandemic. One of the examples of this is that our district lowered the grade floor so that failing was a 40% instead of, I think it was 50 or 60% before. Also, we could not dock students points for participation, and we couldn't dock students points for missing work. Some of that has gone away now. Now, students can be docked points if they never submit assignments. However, the floor still exists, fairly low. I think it's 50% right now. Maybe. I'm not 100% sure because I haven't been involved in the grading as much yet. Also, social growth, because I work at a high school, a lot of that happens in middle school, and most of our junior and senior class didn't really have that growth that they would usually receive in the middle school. And then our freshmen and sophomores also missed a lot of that, but they got some of it last year, the year before, when we were partially online or partially in person and then fully in person over those past couple years. So a lot of social growth didn't happen, and a lot of that public behavior is still something that they're figuring out, which they previously had figured out before then. The biggest complaint from students is time. Students say that school takes too long, homework takes too long, commuting takes too long, after-school sports and activities take too long. They really miss all of the free time that they had when school was completely online. 3, one of the biggest boons of digital learning was the introduction of the online classroom, which for our school is called Schoology, and is accessed through the platform called Clever. This pushed teachers to create online resources and spaces and content that's accessible to all students. Nearly every teacher uses this tool still, probably because it's auto-generated for all of us at the beginning of each term. Nearly every teacher uses it because it's auto-generated and it's attached to our grading and attendance system. The tech that is hardly ever used in the classroom anymore is Zoom. Most teachers do not record their lessons, and very few, if they do record it, post it online. 4, one huge surprise was how many students would actually benefit from a self-paced online school option. Post-pandemic, our district realized that it was a good fit for a lot of students, and in order to keep students within our district, they created a completely online alternative school option for students within our district that keeps them within the district. One negative surprise was how many families didn't take the health risk very seriously, and they either ignored the mask mandate or they pulled their students from our district completely and enrolled them in the local Christian school, which actually never went online. It was always in person. Thank you.